everybody. Guess who's with me this evening? Hi.
Oh, Mona's in the chat.
Hello, everybody.
And Zaza and Sharon and
Yeah.
Jessica.
Hello, everyone. So thank you for coming today.
And
Um,
Andrea. I missed Andrea.
you know what? Let me just check something really quick. I'm having some technical difficulties.
I had them this afternoon.
And you and Mona. I mean,
Oh my God.
you and Mona was so funny. You were so
I
funny.
was having technical difficulties because first my light fell on top of everything. It just fell. And then my computer got huge. Everything got huge. And I couldn't find any of the buttons.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi,
And
Wanda.
Rhonda. And Andrea and Zaza. And of course, Mona. So Deb said that I cannot do two things at once. I cannot talk and sew at the same time. And she said, hi, Sharon. And she said, you need some help. And I probably do because, by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, my mind is mush anyway. And I'm not going to lie that I was sewing my last friendship block, and I don't know how many times, it's so easy. The friendship block, I say it's easy. And I kept sewing it backwards. I mean, I would take it off and sew it right back the way it was. My points were So thank you all for coming. This is week 3 of our build a block so long. And I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can zoom it in. And I'm going to reach over here and just lift it up a little and scoot a little. So I am working on my outside rows, and I did get my friendship block in, and this thing is going to fall down right here. And this one right here was block, is it 3091? That is block 91 in the book. So it's the Star of Hope block. And I think that's really pretty. And then I was going to do block 99, which was the tulip fingers, but I changed my mind because I can and you can whenever you're making your own quilt. And so I changed my mind and decided that I was going to do, if I can find it, I am actually going to do 104 for my final block on my outside edges. And that is the walking star. And of course, let me push this back down. Excuse me. Let me get back there. And I am going to switch a camera. Deb is here to talk to me. Tell me.
I told her, make me really, really small. I said, if you want, just make me a voice.
Yes. So this is the walking star, and I just made a sample. I'm going to have to recut that because hi Tessa, because I actually need to trim these blocks down. These finish a little bit bigger, and I didn't trim the blocks down before I put it together, so my block is a little bigger. But that's the Star of Hope, and that's going to complete my borders. And let me go back here, back to the screen. I have already started filling in some background fabric just so I could have a scale to work with. So basically I'm working with 16 blocks, 16 12.5 inch units. And that's how I'm going to build my block. And I am interested because nobody has sent me a picture of their blocks, of what they're doing. I've seen Jessica's because Jessica has been doing these little cute shorts, and I've been sharing them out just to see what everybody is making. And I realize everybody is following along with everybody else. And so everything is busy. And if I look tired, I really am. I really am. So we don't want to see my face. So I'm going to put that back there if it will work. Yeah, Jessica Deb is making some beautiful blocks, and hers are so pretty. She shows the back of her blocks, and they're just all nice and pressed. And if you look at the back of my blocks, it's just all, we're not even going to show the back of that block. So this is what my email is, and let me put that in the chat. It's also on the my where's the rest of it? You got to put the GA in there. Deb is no help. Deb is no help. Deb is no help. She is supposed to be helping me. I can't see. Oh goodness. Okay. So I would really like to see some of the blocks that you're making, and I'm gonna have to fix this camera again. You know, it's supposed to zoom and do all those wonderful things, and it has a mind of its own. I think it's a female. I think because it has my attitude. That camera has my attitude. Very good, Deb. Thank you. Thank you. So I am going to be finished. What did you say, Deb?
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, Zaza says she likes the back to be neat. I try for my backs to be neat. It doesn't always work out that way. If I press, they come out really neat, but I don't always. Yes, Deb the Giggler is back. It doesn't always work out that way. So I'm actually finishing block 91 first. And if you decide to do this walking star block, is that even correct? If you decide to do the walking star block, it gets a little confusing turning it. So you almost have to chain piece one block at a time if you're a beginner. I would not suggest chain piecing all of it all the way. And so that's the final block that I have to do, but I am going to complete the Star of Hope. And I wanted each block to have some kind of meaning, and that's why I changed the tulip block. And so every block that I picked actually has a meaning that represents my family and my love for my little grandbabies. And oh, y'all, we are having a hurricane coming this way. So I took 2 days off of work, and I was thinking I'm going to have all this wonderful quilting time. I get to go on the Zoom with Mona and Deb and everybody else, Sharon, on Friday, and it's not going to work out that way. So I am working on the Star of Hope. I'm doing the 6-inch blocks. They're 6.5 unfinished. And this one you can really chain piece. But you don't need that. I might have to cut another piece of that. So, what are y'all doing this evening? Who y'all been watching? What y'all been doing? Deb, talk to me.
I
Oh,
watched a little bit of
Judy.
Donnell, a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
Leanna on Soft Squares. I watched
Uh-huh.
Mona this afternoon.
I watch Mona too. You guys were funny.
Oh my lord. We kept sewing it backwards. I thought it was just me, and then she pointed out that she did too.
I was just happy I finally got to show my quilt.
I did show pieces of my quilt, and I really like yours.
Did you, Mona? Can I show my quilt? No, that has been revealed. Did she say yes? That I can? As I also said, watching you, Donnell, and Donna on Handmade by Ying. I miss Mona. I was sleeping. Zaza, you don't sleep. And Rhonda was watching Mona and anyone else she could. Hey, Judy, how are you?
Judy, Judy, Judy.
Judy, I saw that you were able to get on the Discord.
Yes, and I got to meet her, and so did Mona.
I haven't set up my I haven't set up my or I didn't send the link out yet for my Discord pages. You know what?
Hi,
So
Bernice.
I'm just gonna have this Mona and Deb moment. One of the things I do not do well in the evening is sew. And because sometimes I pick up things and think I know what I'm doing and I'm doing it wrong. So I was doing it wrong, people. I was doing it wrong.
Just fake it till you make it.
Well, there's a lot of faking going on. There's no making. A lot of faking, a lot of faking. And some of y'all were probably sitting out there and um didn't even tell me that I was doing it wrong. Why is that in there too? So I've been awake for a while and my brain again does not function. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And let me just toss those aside. If Joe was here, Joe would think I was throwing that away, but I'm not. So let me try this again.
Bernice is here.
Hi, Bernice. How are you?
Judy says,
And
that's okay. I had someone else ask to be my friend, but I didn't know who it was, so I turned them down.
oh, really? I just did not send the link out, but then I saw you on Mona's, and I'm not gonna lie that I spend most of my time on Mona's. I drop in on Sean's, but I spend most of my time on Mona's anyway because that's where all the action is. That's where all the good stuff is, and I get to see all everybody's blogs and everything. Um,
Bernice says she's doing well, but not liking shorter daylight hours.
huh?
Bernice said, doing well, but not liking shorter daylight hours.
And it's gonna get shorter when time changes. So let me put that there because I'm gonna have to unpick those. And I think I only need one of those, so I'm gonna just toss it over there. And y'all,
Bernice,
I normally have a very neat working space. I don't like to, but somehow when I get on the camera, I forget what I'm doing, forget what I'm supposed to be saying. Did Mona ever say I could show
Bernice
my
finished her butterfly quilt, except for
um?
Bernice finished her, and I lost it. She finished her butterfly top except for the quilting. And Sharon
Oh,
told her,
yeah.
"Good job, Bernice. Lisa's turned out beautiful."
Did Mona say if I could show it?
Mona said you could always do a video of block and show on your live and chat.
I think sometimes people just get tired of listening to me because that's all I do is come on the live. It's actually when I'm making a block, if I'm doing a tutorial, it's actually easier for me to make a video because I get in my I get in my way.
Yeah. Mona told Bernice to post a picture of her butterfly quilt to enter the giveaway.
What's she giving away? She never said.
And Judy just got home from her granddaughter's birthday dinner at Roadhouse.
That's nice. Hi,
Bernice
Denise.
Bernice was listening to Mona and Deb today while cutting fabric for perfect pieces. Isn't that the one with the hearts and the cross?
I think so. Is that the one? Oh, I don't know. Is it the
Hi,
hearts and the cross?
Denise. She says, "Where is Lisa's butterfly?"
Oh, I can show it. Hold on. It's a lot easier than sewing it.
Bernice said that hubby just got her a Bernina Q16 Plus sit down.
So I don't know if you all are going to be able to see it, but I was so excited. I actually love this quilt. And I said that I was going to keep it, but I just love, make sure it's the right way. I just love this quilt. Can you all see that? Can
That
you
is
see?
gorgeous.
I have not washed it. I have quilted it, and I did big butterflies. So my quilt has big butterflies on it. I did big butterflies and swirls, swirly little flowers.
That is gorgeous.
So y'all picked a good one, and I'm interested to see Bernice's.
Mona says, "Very pretty." So does Denise. And
Thank you.
Lisa, "That's gorgeous. Love the colors and fabric," from Zaza. Rhonda says, "Ooh, really like that. Great job."
You
Jessica
know,
says it's pretty, and Sharon says she loves it. Bernice says, "Love those colors. Great job, Lisa."
thank you. And do you know it is some French General that I've had for about 18 months and did not know what I wanted to sew. And when I saw that quilt, when I saw the pattern that y'all were working on, you were going to work on, I said I would love to have that quilt in that palette. So I broke open the French General. And so we were also discussing that um of course I'm going to work on this and finish these blogs up. That Walking Star is going to take me a little bit because I have to do 8 of them. And like I said, we're supposed to have a hurricane. So if we have a hurricane, if it's anything like the last time, we actually lost power for about a week. And let me move this back. We actually lost power for about a week. And But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Where is the I am going to be doing 92 after I do my edges. I am actually going to do block 92, which is the Star of Sedona, and I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but I am going to do a 6 inch, a 9 inch, and the 3 inch. And that 3 inch is going to be tiny. So we'll see if I can do that. And
Whoa.
I'm just,
It is
yeah,
going to be tough.
they are actually going to be my treetops. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it all in different shades of green, but they are going to be my treetops. And I'm just ironing this out here. And I'm going to be sharing somebody's channel tomorrow. It is. I found her. She actually, Adam So tagged her in something, and she's a little tiny. It's a little tiny channel. She's from England, and it is so cute. 2, 3. I keep forgetting what size blocks I'm making here. 2.5. So let me get this little 2.5 thing. So what are y'all sewing that is good or that's fun? I saw some really cute patterns as I was searching for that panel that Deb mentioned. It's so quiet. What are you
Well,
giggling about while my head's
you
down?
just asked what I'm doing up so late. It's
You,
only 7:26.
she said that I needed help because my brain doesn't function very well at night, and she loves me.
Yep.
She loves me, and
I keep an eye out for.
She told Kelly that she was going to do this because y'all know that Deb will get on in the chats and stuff at night, but she does not normally get up on lives. And this is so hard to do sitting down.
Zaza says she's finishing off a Lucy Boston EPP, putting on the borders.
Zaza, anybody that does EPP or FPP, I really admire because I can't do it. No, I shouldn't say that. I can do it, but it's not one of my favorite things to do.
I have not tried EPP, and I
Mhm.
won't be trying EPP. But I do intend on trying the FPP one of these days.
I should send you over some of my FPP things from all those papers that I got from Fat Quarter Shop when I used to get the sew sampler.
Oh, yeah.
And I should send it that way you can try it out before you invest in something bigger. Because I have a whole bunch of papers, and some of it I even purchased. And like the triangle papers. Hi, Terry.
Hi,
Um,
Miss Terry.
some of the triangle papers, I thought, oh, I want that, because everybody used it, and their blocks came out so pretty. and it was just not something that I liked. So I'll just have to send it to you. Send you a couple of them to see if you like it. So,
Oh, Mike's here. Mike's
hey,
here.
Mike. And I just kind of sewed that one. I sewed that one on backwards too.
KD's here.
Y'all just jinx me. Y'all just jinx me from this afternoon. You spread your love. I sewed it. I sewed the darn thing wrong again. So I'm just not even going to sew because fabric is too precious to waste like that. However, that's not what it's supposed to look like. It is supposed to look like that is what it's supposed to look like. And I just sewed my dark blocks on the wrong side. So that wouldn't even have, that won't do. So and did you see that I trimmed it down? So now I'm going to have to be very careful when I unpick that to keep that block size. And I'm not going to be Mona and sit here for 30 minutes and unpick blocks. I can't do it. I can't do it, y'all. So, but I'm going to do I'm doing this block, the Star of Hope. Then I am going to do the Walking Star. I have to make 8 of these. I only have 4 more of these to make. Then I'm going to make 8 Walking Stars and then 3 Star Sedonas. The 9, 6, and 3-inch. And y'all pray for me when I do the 3-inch. Do them little tiny pieces. What stresses you, Bernice? Deb's not reading these questions. She's not telling you what's going on in chat.
Just because you keep talking.
I'm so sorry.
Every time I start to talk, you keep talking. I'm like, okay.
Okay, go ahead. Deb, go ahead, talk. Sorry.
Joe's here, and so is Yo Patty. They're all
Hi,
saying
Joe.
hi.
Hi, Joe.
Let's see.
Hi,
Yes,
Joe.
Nancy. She says, lay it out so we can see the difference.
Oh, you want to see the difference? Okay. So this is the difference. This is what the block is supposed to look like. And this is how I sewed it together. So you can see that the background fabric should have been on the top side. And the fabric A should have been on the bottom. And there is no way I can turn that around. There is nothing I can do to turn that around to make it work except to take Jack out, let Jack do his job, and re-sew that together. Or cut the blocks, recut the blocks, and try again. So it should have looked like, and I'm not gonna lie, I got in here and I was late getting in here, late getting started, and I got sidetracked on something. I came in here and got sidetracked on something. And then we had some technical issues before we even started because Deb was playing peekaboo again. So,
I had the wrong camera on.
So in this thing, this is a learn. Just do a reverse block and it would work. It would salsa, but I really want that point to be on that side. I just, yeah, I don't want it like that. I want it to be even. But I can sew it up if you want me to. And then you know what will happen is tomorrow morning I will just unpick it. Yeah, the yellow and white are switched around, Sharon. So that's, and Zaza was saying that I could do it the opposite way where everything is laying like that and make my own block. But
Mona says just make a funky block.
Just when you well, so this will not go to waste. One of the things I do when I make mistakes like when one of the things one of the things I do when I make a mistake is I actually take the blocks and um I will use it in a charity quilt because I can create a different block with it and I can just throw it in a charity quilt and it will because this way it kind of looks like a yeah, I'm not but I'll put it in a charity quilt and add something else to it to make it look intentional. So, and pull all white out. You could, okay. So Sharon said you could use them as long as they are all the same. Nancy says pull all the white out. So and Bernice said so it spins reverse. And well, I could, but
Zaza says don't sew it if you're just going to unpick it.
yeah, I could. Okay, so here's the
It makes a
thing.
whole different block, don't it? Oh no, there you go.
No, it would just be the mirror image, and I would do it if I had screwed up on every other block that I made. If I made the reverse image on all the other blocks, and it's not like anybody's going to notice because it's my block. You like that block? Did Mona say she likes that block? I'll just go ahead. I'll just go ahead and sew it up. I'll just go ahead and sew it up because this is what we do.
Zaza says yes, like that.
Huh?
Mona says she likes the block. Sharon says if you don't like it, it's worth doing a different one.
Huh?
She says if you don't like it, it's worth doing another one.
And so Sharon,
And Joyce
I
is here.
will I will do another one. I will cut another one.
Mike says he
Tomorrow.
likes that block.
That's because Mike is just sweet. He likes everything that I do.
And Nancy says that it looks great. Joyce says it looks good to her.
Maybe I will
You could use it in the back of the quilt.
well, I'm putting that house, that 8.5-inch house that I made. That first night, the one without a top, the one that
Yeah.
had no roof. I'm gonna put that on the back of it.
Tessa
And
says she liked the block too, and so did Melissa. Joe says it's very pretty. Jessica says, I like it, but understand that it's opposite. Could it become the label?
yeah, I'm gonna put it on the back of the block or something.
Mike says Melissa does concur. And Terry says it's very pretty.
So
Sharon says it's still a good block, so you can use it for something else.
yes, yes. And so some of the and you all know when you are making a quilt or you're trying to pattern for the first time that well some of you may not know this because you guys are very very good at what you do at your craft. But sometimes that first block,
Zaza says you could do half one way and half the other.
I could.
Christine says you could use it for a pillow.
Yes, I could.
And Mona says it's your quilt. Do it your way, babe.
So yes.
And Zaza says, I like it, but if it will bug you, leave it out. It will drive you crazy.
Actually, it won't drive me that crazy because it's only going to be out for a couple months. And
KD says she likes to make pillows to match her quilts.
well, this is a table topper, so maybe I can. That's it.
She says a pillow for a tiny, tiny person.
I could make something that I could throw at my husband when he
There
gets
you
out of
go.
line. When he
It,
gets out of line,
it would get his attention.
yeah,
She also says maybe a pot holder.
I could.
And Tammy's here.
Hi, Tammy.
Joe says placemats. Nancy says mug rug.
Yeah, so
They're giving you lots of ideas. But it's too much to think about, isn't it?
well, it does not bother me. That bothers me. Um, it doesn't bother me. I don't mind. This is all scrap fabric anyway, and so it was going to end up in something. But now I've got this little thing that doesn't match because I didn't square up my blocks. Um, and you know what? I think I am going to make a label with it though, in the back of the quilt.
There you go. Because even if you pick it out to resew it, it's going to be smaller than the rest of them.
So you know how you do some things for just memories, and it really won't matter. So all of you that are watching this very unprofessional sewing thing in the future, just know I'm not a professional. I am still
Tammy,
learning.
we're talking about design choices. That was a good way to put it, wasn't it?
Yes, but this is what I was going to do with my table topper. And if it has some mistakes, it's okay. It has mistakes. So, because there's one part that is a little funky right there. But hold on, let me iron that. So y'all, I'm just gonna take this off of here for a minute. I was thinking that this is supposed to be a memory. The house is mine. The hearts represent my grandkids because I have 3 grandkids, and and it's supposed to be fun and whimsical and supposed to mean something for me, and it's just made out of scraps. But I was thinking if I put a light colored fabric on the back when I back it, and I get some hand paints, I could get my grandchildren's handprints on the back of the quilt and have them sign it and put their ages on it. So it wouldn't matter if it's not perfect or not right, because it's just going to be something to capture a memory in time. My eldest grandson, he is yeah, Joe, that's your disclaimer. I'm not an expert. I really am not. Um, but my eldest grandson, he is going to be 13. And there's that certain period of time when they're not babies anymore. They develop their own personalities and they're not babies anymore. And I'm gonna change the screen because um let me I want to see more of you, Deb. It's like I'm having a conversation with you.
Here
So I
I was
was
trying
thinking
to hide.
of something that would just capture this when the eldest grandson is technically still a baby. He's still a child. Once he turns 13, he might not want anything to do with his Meemaw that he loves very much and is connected to the hip with. But I'm really thinking about having them just put either their handprint or something and sign their name, and we'll put a date, and then it would just become something for the home that if something happens to me or whatever, my daughter can have, and just something that reminds me of their childhood. So we have the home, we have Meemaw's home. That is the color of my home. I don't have that is the color of my home. And I was just thinking something that was just really nice. So yeah, you know what? The more I think about it, I'm gonna keep that block in there. I'm gonna trim it up, errors and all. I'm not even gonna put it in the back of the quilt. I'm gonna put it in the front of my table topper because every time I see that, I am going to remember you all and the encouragement that you always give me, even when I mess up. That you're here with me, and this is going to be my memory, my little memory. So y'all will be in my quilt, y'all will be in my table topper. I promise I won't spill anything on you if I use it. So, but yeah, I'm gonna put you guys in there.
Zaza says he might turn into a stinky teenage boy, but he'll still
Oh,
be nice to his Mima.
that's because he wants money. So
I was gonna say, they're not always gonna be nice to Mima.
but yeah, you know what? Y'all are gonna be in my quilt. And I'm gonna say that while I'm on here, as I actually do trim my blocks up a lot. Sometimes I don't. If I really don't care, I don't trim them up. But I do normally square up my blocks so that they're a little bit more neat and tidy. But that's
Mona,
it. You
says
guys,
your titas do mushy.
huh?
Mona says your titas do mushy.
What?
Your titas do mushy.
My titas.
Yeah. You said
My
we were having
tittas.
titas and
My tittas. My
tittas.
my tit. Gotta
I
get
just
right.
can't pronounce it. I don't speak Hawaiian. What can I say?
My tittas. I'm like my titas. Can you see something? I can't see my titas.
Well, I always think of tatas.
My tittas. Yeah, so you guys are in my you guys mess and all. I'm going to put you in my table topper. And I'm not gonna stand up right and do it. I'm gonna put you guys on the top. So these two are gonna go on the top. This is what should be like, and this is what life is like when Lisa screws it up. So,
Tammy
you
says
know,
she takes the test blocks and makes random projects with them, and mess up
mhm.
blocks are also in that category. But your idea is perfect for the intent of your quilt.
We got tatas in there. We got
We got titas.
teach. It's tittas. It's tittas. You got to say tittas. It
No,
is
you spelled it
tittas.
right, Mona. I just can't say it.
She was trying to be proper, like she was English. The titas were.
Ah,
The were too mushy. There is a friendship star. So, Nancy, all the blocks that I chose to make it, and we're using that book, all of book, the blocks represent something. The I was going to call it a daffodils, but the buttercups actually reminds me of my granddaughter. My granddaughter loves to go out in the yard, and she's a little older. She loves flowers. She loves bugs. She loves investigating, but she always brings me flowers from them weeds that you got growing with the little flowers. She always brings them to me. So I wanted to put something that represented her and just the heart, of course, because they're my heart.
I'm laughing at Mona. Mona
She
says
does.
she left her Titas in the parlor, Mr. Butler. Ah,
You guys, I cannot teach you guys words. You guys just mess up. Mess it up. I cannot teach you anything. So, but so that is that. I'm gonna finish those up when I'm not on camera, and I certainly am not gonna do that Sidonia block um on camera. I
Nancy
might have.
says, look at that one you think you messed up, and the gold is making it sparkle.
Oh, Nancy, that's only because it represents you all, and you don't want to sparkle in my quilt.
We're gonna glitter.
Y'all want to glitter in my quilt, but
We gotta get the glitter from Mike in New York. In the mornings, Mike drinks coffee.
coffee. I can't do that New York accent. I can't do the New Jersey accent
I can
either.
only do it when Mike spells that stuff out. Every morning he spells out coffee like that, so I'm used to seeing it in my brain.
Coffee. Oh, let me turn my iron off before my iron goes the way my oven did. Burn it down. No. So y'all, seriously,
He says, need the glitter for my
I need
coffee.
need the glitter for your coffee. Is that what we're calling sugar these days?
She
But
says we sound like characters from Gone with the Wind.
uh,
Ah.
my husband says that sometimes I sound really, really country. And I told him, I said, there is nothing country about me. I mean, there's nothing. But he said, sometimes I'll just say these words and it sounds like him, I guess.
Well,
So,
my husband always calls me his country girl because I make up words all the time.
oh, sorry, late. Hey, Denise. Gone with the Wind. Yes, I love Gone with the Wind.
Hi, Denise Beagle.
So yeah, so thank you for the journey, and thank you for um, watching me mess up my block, do all kind of weird things. But I can be very sentimental sometimes, and I am really going to put this in the block, and I am going to make the others just like that because when I see it, I'm going to remember all of you. And you guys get to be part of my memories too. I get to be part of my memories. So,
Tammy says she's from Alabama. She hears every tidbit of that accent. You're picking it up.
Joe, love's back to you. Um, I have lived in Georgia for 30 years, and there are some words that I say that can be very, very country. But my grandchildren are redneck children. So when they get around me, it's like, what did you say? What did you say? My grandchildren are them barefoot country country redneck children. I don't know how they got that way. I guess they got it from their daddy, but they are country. And my laptop is a little far away too.
Just pinch it and make it bigger.
Maybe I can just get Kelly to bring me some food and lay it on my keyboard.
Kelly came in here and he goes, "Can't you just pinch it and make it smaller again?" And I said, "It don't work."
Hillbilly rednecks. Yep.
And I said,
But
and I can't find anything that says to make it smaller. So I rebooted and it still was the same.
Was Susan in here? I can't remember if Susan Munger was in here.
No, I didn't see her.
Okay. Well, Susan had made the suggestion, and I wrote it down, was that she said that I needed to put home is where the heart is. And this is an interactive blog. So if you make a suggestion and either I screw something up, I'll add it, or if you make a good suggestion. And I am thinking that so I'm gonna have my trees here with the blocks of Sedona or the star Sedona, and I don't know if I can squeeze one in here unless I shimmy this over, and when I shimmy that over, then I have to do a little bit more tweaking in the top to get a 12.5-inch block. But I'm thinking about putting home is where the heart is right up here because there's going to be a lot of white space or background space. What y'all think?
Oh yeah, because you will have white there.
Yeah, it's all going to be white because all of this is going to be open. And I'm going to do 3 trees. So the 3-inch tree is actually going to go here because there's only going to be a 6.5-inch space right there, or 6-inch space. So the 3-inch tree is going to go here. And then the 9 and the 6-inch tree is going to go here. And then I'm going to applique some grass here. So that's the only open space I have. But I haven't decided how I want to put home is where the heart is. And you probably can't see it very well. Let me just do this for a minute. Sorry, I'm putting baby back in the corner.
That's fine.
So I am thinking about putting home is where the heart is. What I don't know is should it be straight? Should it be semicircle? What do you think? What do you think? Let me just pop this off here for a minute. Well, I don't want that.
Nancy says there's no way you can forget us now.
Nope, there is not.
And Zaza wants to know if you're going to applique the words or FPP them.
I am not going to FPP. I'm actually going to applique them. I have not decided. Listen, Lisa giving us the football play. So I haven't decided, I have a lot of bits and pieces, and now I've got just even more bits and pieces because I've messed up. But I was thinking about making little blocks and sewing it together and actually cutting out the letters from, I guess they're going to be 1.5-inch blocks. And I'm going to make a panel out of these 1.5-inch blocks or 2-inch blocks and then cut out the letters.
Mona says you could float the words through the white.
Float the words.
Mike loves your pointer.
Yes, you could quilt the words in place versus applique. Tammy, I actually do not mind appliquing. I love to applique. And what I would actually do is instead of the traditional applique, I would still do a raw edge applique, but I would free motion quilt it on.
Mike
So
says you're giving us the football play.
yes. So this is actually a magnetic thing. Guess where I got it from? It
Harbor
starts with an S.
Freight.
The first it's SY. I got it from SY. You know what SY is?
Oh,
On a Notions Day. SY.
I got mine from Harbor Freight.
Yeah, I got mine from SY, and I don't know why I got that. So I'm thinking of. I would like to I think I'm thinking about applicating it. I just do not know if I want it straight lines, if I want a little bit of curve. Mona suggested floating in there. It is.
Mona said it's your Mary Poppins pointer.
Yes. So there are 6 letters or 6 words in there, and they're not long words. The longest word is going to be where. So where and heart are my 5 letters, and so I can do home is where the heart is. So y'all think about that, because when I get to that point, and no,
Is like mini squares panel. You'll need to watch the light colors.
yeah. So I am thinking, because I have a lot of dark, I really love the dark colors. Really love the dark colors, but I'm really thinking about. I don't know what to. I don't know what to do with it. I could make it sideways. Does it have to be? Does it have to look where when you're looking at it? Does it have to be straight curved, or could I do it into a heart where it says home is where, and then go around the heart is, and make a heart with the words?
That's true.
What y'all think?
Zaza
Yep.
says seams
I
can
can't.
make applique harder as they cause bumps.
They can, but Zaza, just stick it underneath the machine and go. So I could also do. Well, letters are really hard to do turn applique, especially if the smaller the letter is. So you like the Mona? That's not helpful. You're supposed to give me.
Zaza says
If
if
you
you
want
want
many
mini
squares,
squares,
don't.
don't sew them together, just stick them on with heat and bond.
Oh, what's wrong with Jean and Whip?
Mike says he talked to her, but he's not given any details.
Oh. And I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything about it. I'm not on all those communication things. So anyway, if you plan on joining me next week, and watch this continue, if you can come up with some ideas, actually Zaza has some good ideas for that. Zaza has some really good ideas. So I think that's the hardest part, is how I'm going to applicate that on. And let's, because I'll get lost. Did she post it on Facebook? I can't see it on Facebook because I'm not on Facebook, and my phone is hanging from my thing right up here, so I'm not seeing any notifications or anything. That's nice of you, Mike. Yeah, Sharon, I applique free motion. free motion on sounds good since you love FMQ. I really do, and I can accentuate with thread. So I think that's what I'm still a little iffy. I pretty much know where I want this top. It's been I change it as I go along to determine, because at first when I started this, it was just going to be a table topper. Let's look through the book, let's make some things. But then I started getting sentimental. And then I started saying, well, I want this heart to represent this. I want this to represent that. You all have given me your part of it. So that's going to be added into it. And I know I want the back of it to have something that represents the grandkids. And I might even get my husband to do it and just sign the quilt. So I don't know. It's a little different because when I built a quilt with just blocks and stuff without a pattern, you pretty much know what you want to do. You just make those nice big blocks and it's the standard blocks or something you want to try. Good night, Bernice. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye, Bernice.
But anyway, I am not going to keep you long because it is late for Dad.
Oh, it's
Mona
only
has
8 o'clock here.
oh, oh well, Mona has to go to Uncle's and she might need a nap before she goes to Uncle's. And my mind has really been on this weather. Good night, Judy.
Night,
This weather
Judy.
that's coming because I'm a little frustrated. You know, I don't understand how you can take the day off for some R&R and then a hurricane just knocks on your door. I mean, what luck.
Yep.
Although I'm more inland, so people who live in Florida and Alabama and Louisiana, they're
That could be where Susan is tonight.
yeah.
She could be preparing for the worst.
Zaza, I slept until 4 o'clock this morning though. I actually slept in. So I slept into 4 and but I ate something and I feel like it was this apple dessert thingy. I ate it and I feel like my head is floating right now. It's like my mind. I don't know if it had so much sugar in it that my mind is not concentrating correctly. I can't focus.
Nancy says you can put home is where on one side and
Mhm.
then the other side put your heart is.
On this side,
Yeah.
on this
She
side.
says on your left side there put home is where and then on the right side put your heart is.
I'm gonna have to see how that balances out once I get that tree in there. Once I get the 9-inch tree. Because I think if I do a 9-inch tree, it would need at least a 6-inch trunk. So a 9-inch tree with a 6-inch trunk, that's 15 inches. And so that's
That would be up to
16.
your
That's going to be right up to here if I put it down to 16 inches. And that will be a little squished right in there.
yeah.
It might be a little bit too squished right in there. We'll see. I think once I get some of that background fabric on it, when I get more background in there, I'll
I
be
think
able
once
to
you
find
get your
out.
trees on there,
Yeah,
I
because
think once you get your trees on there, then you can see what kind of space you got.
mm-hmm. Because I'll have a lot of blank space down here, and I could technically move the house down a little. I would just have to add a couple more background strips.
Mike wants to know if it was a hash gummy.
No, is he talking about my apple thingy that I ate? I don't know. Is that what drugs feels like? Because I might need a little bit more. But I mean, I can, my mind, I ate it in a half an hour later. It's like it's a, um, it's a sugar high, but it's a delayed sugar high. It's like it's just coming out in bursts, and my mind is just going blue, 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 blue. And somebody says, Zaza says she liked that. So y'all be thinking about it because you love me. And even if you don't join me Monday night, you can be boke on Sunday morning and tell me, hey, I was thinking about this. If you want to.
Zaza agrees with me. You need to get your trees in there first so you can see how much space you got.
Yeah. But I definitely want to put the trees in it. Got to put trees because we have trees in our yard. We have trees. We got pecans.
Mike says, give him one of them and he'll tell you if it's hash or not.
I am not diabetic. I think sometimes if I eat sugar a little. Wait, I swear we had a food and sugar hangover after. Sometimes if I eat sometimes if I eat something, it just makes my mind foggy. But then you have to realize that I've been on the computer all day long working on something very, very boring, and my eyes were tired to begin with. And then I had this little thing of sugar, or I had this thing of sugar, and about half an hour later, I was just. But I'm not diabetic. I may be right at the moment, but I'm not generally diabetic.
What are
Because
you doing down there, little girl?
um
Hmm?
it's
Baby?
it's not even a sugar coma. It's like I got fog brain. Um and I was telling Deb right before we came on that I came in here and I sewed a block that I have sewn before many times, and I could not sew it for the life of me. I could not get it right. So
Say hi.
I think I think it's just me.
Say hi,
I think
Mona.
it's honey,
Honey. Hi.
honey,
Look at that.
honey.
Can you see her? She says,
Do you
I'm tired. I went to the beauty parlor today.
do
They
you
wore
want
me
to,
out.
honey? You want to come home with me? You want to come home with me?
She's like, what?
You can come home with me. He now he would come to me. She would come to me. She would come to
Hey,
me. Oh look, ooh, baby, baby.
you can't have my
Oh,
baby.
but
She's
anyway,
she's mama's girl.
I'm gonna let y'all go, and you know, I may have to find a day, and I don't think there's. I like that. That's cute. I only ever see you in your pajamas, so
The reason I don't wear this one very often is because of the round neck, the crew
yeah,
neck. And I'm like, I told Kel today, I said, I remember why I stopped wearing this. It's because of this. Well, that was
yeah.
before I
I
sort of
pull
learned how to make it a V neck.
I pull it all the time.
I've been pulling all day.
I'd give you a child before I'd give you one of my house hippos. Oh, But I really need to think of a night. Are there any nights where nobody's going on at 7 o'clock at night? Just to bring it up an hour earlier? Cut it. Oh, yeah. If we all got searchers or something, get an overlock and cut it. Do it at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Thursdays from 4 to 7, there's nothing. Well, nothing of the people
There,
that we watch.
okay, so if I moved it to Thursdays at 7, that probably would work better for me. I just need to move it up an hour. I think 8's a little bit too late. My mind doesn't function well. My mind doesn't function well on a normal basis, and then um I don't get naps Monday through Fridays. Thursdays is dead. Okay, so I may switch it, and I will switch it starting next week. So there's no live on Monday, and I'm going to switch it to Thursday. Wait. Um, well, Tammy, I'll be done with the series at the end of October, so that will not interfere with your November. This is just
Oh,
a
yeah.
very yes. Well, Susan goes on at 8, doesn't she? Or does Susan go on at 7?
She goes on at 7.
Okay. Well, that might not work because I don't want to interfere with Susan. I'll have to think. I'm just gonna have to plan a little better on the sewing. I can't do hard, difficult sewing. I know what I'll do is things like this, I will have sewn before the live so that all I have to do is put a 9 patch together or a 12 patch together or whatever, because I can do that. It's just the little pieces I won't be able to sew. I can't sew on the live. I can't do it. Can't do it. Not this late at night. And and I challenge you because some of y'all probably could not sew at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm sewing. That's normally when I sew.
I
Is
can.
at 2:30, 3 o'clock. Yes, you could because you're awake at the same time.
Yep.
And I said that we're going to start one day. We're going to do a live at 3 o'clock in the morning and see if
And
anybody's
we'll see who
awake who can
comes.
join us. What? That's what Mona said at the beginning. What? Good night, guys. Is
Oh, yeah.
Debbie?
Debbie's on Thursday nights. I
Oh
forgot about
yeah,
her.
yeah,
She's not on this list.
yeah. So she's. I'll just stay. I'll just stay on Monday. It'll be all right. So I
It'll
think the
be all right.
plan. I,
They can catch a replay.
the plan is going to be that the smaller pieces where I have to think about it, I will have it laid out, and that way I can just sew and talk. And Deb has been wonderful because she said she was going to keep me in line anyway, and she was going to do it. If I stay on Monday nights, I'm going to do big projects, something big where it's a 24-inch block and it's like a 9 patch. Just a 24-inch block and a not and squaring those things up is hard. I keep turning them around when I do a 24-inch block. So one day, Deb and I are going to do a 3 o'clock in the morning live. I mean, it's just going to be. William will have just been going off the air, and Deb and I will come on.
Ah,
Wait, just set a reminder so we can get no. I'm just going to keep it at Monday. I don't want to. I'm. I don't want to cause chaos, and I like watching Susan, and I like
Mona
watching.
said to sew the blocks before the live.
I could do that, Mona, and then just pop up a video of me sewing for 15 minutes. And then
She
take the
says just
video
set a
down.
reminder so they can get notified.
Yeah, just yeah, I'll just pop up a 15-minute video. This is how you make the blog. Then okay, what are you gonna do?
Debbie says she didn't know you were on. Debbie, you gotta subscribe to her and hit the bell button.
I love the Jacob's ladder. I think it's really pretty. Jacob's ladder
Yes, I
is
like
really
that
pretty.
one.
And actually, I have some fabric that I am going to make the Jacob's ladder with. I think is the it no. I thought the Jacob's ladder was a layer cake friendly. It's the
It's
jewel
on
box.
page 51. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's the
number
jewel box.
51.
It's the jewel box that's layer cake friendly. And that kind of looks like a little braid. That one's pretty too. I like that.
It's got a couple different Jacob's ladders in here.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I'm just gonna say on Monday night it's gonna be at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna depend on you to just help me make it through it. I am going to just sew tiny little things together, so I just have to complete the block and talk to you all. Y'all got to ask me some questions so that way I have no answers for you. Debbie, I think I need some coffee too, and I think that's my problem is normally if I'm going to sew at night, I drink some coffee. I'll drink some coffee to help me stay awake and to help function, and I need the caffeine.
Terry
Um,
said she finished free motion quilting and is up for those who want to see it after this. I noticed that you got it. I got my notification.
I'll have to see it. I like watching it. I like watching anybody free
She's
motion
been
quilt.
trying. I watched her other one. She's been trying, and
Mhm.
I'm like, I can spell my name.
I love watching people free motion quilt. It's one that it is so satisfying to me. And Terry, if I don't watch it tonight, I will watch it in the morning while you all are asleep. I will watch it.
KD says she made one with a layer cake, and it was all 4.5-inch units.
Did you with the Jacob's ladder?
Uh-huh. Oh, see, Debbie didn't have her notification bell on. She just now said it.
She don't even follow me. She just plays like she follows me. She's not in the Titter Club. You know what I'm saying? You're not in the Titter Club.
See, Debbie wasn't in here with us because she was watching So Terry's video.
That's okay. I am not, I am not offended. My feelings do not get hurt if somebody does not watch me. There are so many creators out there.
Debbie, Lisa's
Sometimes
trying to get me to free motion quilt. I finally found the button in the back that lowers the. That was cool.
I did, Mike. I did. I did. Only special people can be in the Titter Club. Oh, okay. Debbie was watching that now. Oh, but Debbie, I love you. I love my Puerto Rican family. Hi,
Hi, Katie.
Katie. But anyway, truly, I am going to get off. If I do lives after this series, I'm going to find something I'm going to squeeze in there. And, just make room for old lady if I just kind of overlap with your time for a little bit. Just make room for the old lady.
I
You
think
know,
I got
you know
Debbie
what?
flustered now.
You know what,
Debbie, I'm
Debbie?
just teasing with you.
Yeah, it does not matter. I catch most of the people I watch, I catch on a replay. I mean, there is just not enough hours in the day to watch everybody live.
No,
And
there
there are
isn't. And you got to pick and choose if you're going to watch them live or replay. So,
that's right, Joe. The old lady in the apron. The old lady. I was gonna put Mona's on, and that's how tired I am. I don't want the strap on the back, but I actually had Mona's on, and I'm like, oh no, I wore it Sunday, so I can't wear the same apron twice, 2 times in a row. I can wear the same clothes underneath it 2 or 3 times in a row, but don't. Oh. Oh, I'm sure you are, Debbie. I'm sure you are. But anyway, I'm gonna go and we'll work all this out. I appreciate y'all. Nancy, what did you think about that before I go? I always say I'm gonna go when I talk some more. So Nancy, what did you think about the that word? Does it describe you? Does it describe you? Because
did you
I
look it
believe
up?
because I believe it describes most of the women that I follow or who follow me. This strong group. As long as you're wearing clean knickers, you can wear the same wrapper. Yes, they're clean. My mama taught me well, just in case. Just in case. It is, Nancy. It is. Katie, it is the Hawaiian slang word titta. Not to be confused with whatever comes out of Deb's mouth, but and I have started calling the people on this chat, the females and Mike, because we couldn't find the male version of the word. So, and I don't want to call him a Tito.
You be thinking that he's Tito Jackson.
Oh, if I started calling Mike, hey Moog, Moog, what you doing, Moog? People will think I've been smoking something.
Mo, my young bro.
Oh, what does it mean? Katie, you have to look it up. You have to look it up.
It's a Hawaiian word. That's why I can't say it.
Mike, Mike is a tattoo? No, Mike is a T.
Titoa.
Oh, no. Mike, you're strong. You are stronger than you
Tinoa.
know. You are.
Tinoa.
Kate, when I first said it, I told everybody when I mentioned it on Sunday, I told everybody that they needed to look it up because you have to read it. Yeah, you have
Debbie,
to.
Debbie, you just
It's
gotta
it,
watch all our replays.
Katie.
You'll
It
hear
is
it a
not.
lot.
Katie, it's not a Spanish word. It is actually. Hey, Candace, it's not a Spanish word. It's actually a Hawaiian slang word. And I
Hi,
am from Hawaii.
Candace.
I am from Hawaii, so there are some things from my past that I still say. I can even swear in Hawaiian. Is it pigeon? It is kind of pigeon. Um yeah, I would say that it's pigeon. I would say that it's pigeon probably because it's a derivative of how people say sister and stuff like that. So a titta is like a
Mike says he's been called worse.
do you know what the Danks word for? I hope it's not titta, Katie. I mean, really? That wasn't it. Wasn't it Dana Carvey? We use the word Satan for wait. They use the word Satan for a word we use in English. I don't know, Katie, but wasn't it Dana Carvey that played the church lady?
Yep.
And she'd go, "Isn't it? Could it be Satan?" Wait, is is there like a shot, maybe with an I?
It's got a high in it.
It's got a high, so it's SIT. Oh, well, no, cheetah is not a bad word. So, Kate,
No, not a bad word.
yeah, cheetah is not a bad word.
I just give her a hard time. I can't say it.
Yeah, yeah. Lisa's getting tired. Can you tell? But I am gonna go. My dog hasn't even been in here to tell me goodnight yet. So I'm gonna go. I will see you all on Sunday. Unless we have bad weather. If that hurricane hits and electricity or whatever.
What about Friday?
Well,
You
Friday we're
said
just
you
Zoom,
said you were going to take the day off.
but we were supposed to Zoom. But if the weather's bad, I won't be able to Zoom.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
So maybe Friday.
if there's a hurricane, I have to put someone on hold. I gotta put someone on hold.
Just take your
Plus,
phone with you.
I'm supposed to have the grandkids. If the weather gets bad, they're supposed to shelter here because I'm more inland than they are.
Dang, I did it again.
But good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming and loving me. I love y'all. Love y'all. I'm sorry I'm tired. I'm sorry I messed up the block, but I got a beautiful block. I got a beautiful memory block out of it. And I will talk to you all later.
Debbie
You
says
ready
that
to?
they say the rain's going to be gone by Friday.
It could be, but I'm a lot more south than you, Deb. And if it comes up my way, I will get stronger winds. I'll get. I will get tropical storm. I will get tropical storm winds. And the last time we got hit by Michael actually hit us as a category 2. And that's in Georgia because it hit land at 4, right about in the same spot. So we'll see. Oh, your daughter lives about 50 miles from Big Bend. All right. Love y'all. Bye. Good night. Bye. Bye. Have a good
See
evening. Have a
y'all.
good night. Bye.